Welcome, everybody, to another Daily Antidote of Song. We are at day 1628, an enormous amount of days, still going strong. Thanks to Carpe Diem Arts for keeping this beautiful sing-along, daily sing-along going strong. My name's Namvala. I have seen some of you before, some of you I may not have seen. I am hosting you today with I feel supremely honored to be hosting. I had a little taster in the sound check, a wonderful, wonderful artist who I'll introduce in a moment. But first, to welcome you all into the room. Welcome to the live streamers joining on YouTube and on Facebook. And here we go. Here's my geographical test of the day. Okay, we have Mary on sound. Hello, Mary. Hi, Joe. These are the safe ones. Right. Hello to Sheila in Florida, Sue in Seattle, Kathy in Colorado, Caroline in DC, Pauline in Newcastle, UK. My aunt and uncle are there. Doria and Ollie, maybe. Susan in Cincinnati, Athena in Brooklyn, Arlene in Berkeley, Hoda in British Columbia. You're always being very kind with your very very full descriptions of where you are, making it easy for us foreigners to the US. Linda in Orcas Island, Sydney. Adele on her phone, Delhi in Maryland, Lisa in Clarksville, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Bob in Albany. Moving on to the next page. We've done those. Excuse me, Chuck, Hakeem, Ruth in the UK. Hello, Ruth, and I recognize your face. Anne in Silver Spring, Storm in the Zoomiverse, Anna in California, Louise in the Devon, UK, Linda in your town has been cut off, I'm afraid, so I can't see the fullness of where you're from. But Linda, hello, and Mabel in Massachusetts, I believe, Vikram in Chennai, India, Aloysius in Massachusetts, Janet Stolnitz, Ray, Elizabeth from California, Martha Wagner, Carol in CT, Connecticut, perhaps. Welcome to you all to this wonderful day, and I am very, very, very honored to welcome Bindhumalini all the way from Bangalore. I don't know why I'm saying all the way, because I'm also all the way, but in Bangalore, India. And I know a little bit about her, and I've kind of stalked her on Wikipedia and read a little bit about her influences. But what I heard was supremely beautiful. Bindhu Malini has been trained in the classical traditions of Indian music, but also draws strongly from the folk traditions of Indian music. And I think it will now be a wonderful time to hear a bit more about what you're going to sing for us today and what you're going to ask us to sing with you.
Thank you so much, Namula, and I'm extremely happy to see you all and very happy to be back here again and take in all your beautiful energy. So today I have a song which in the afternoon I was actually teaching somebody who's currently in UK. And this song, the poet, his name is Shivguru. He was here many centuries ago. And the composer, the tune in which I'm singing, it's composed by the legendary Pandit Kumar Gandharv. And the line that this song talks about how the guru, the master or the wisdom keeper, or the one who has the access to the higher wisdom, the guru, doesn't give you the wisdom itself, but the roots of the wisdom. And you grow the tree for yourself. And you grow the guru inside you for yourself. So he comes and gives you the roots. So the line that I think will be interesting for all of us to sing along, I would like you all to join in, is gyaan ki jadiya. Gyaan is, it can be wisdom or enlightenment, however we want to see it. The roots of the wisdom was given. So, Guru is the one who gives it. That's what the song is about. I'll now just sing the line that I invite you all to join in, and then I'll get into the song. ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई. Again, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई. I'll sing it once more. ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई. Maybe once more before I get into the song. ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई. I'll sing the song now, and then maybe we can get into the translation and flow with what the song is all about. Gura To Ji Ne, Gura To Ji Ne, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई. सतगुरु जी ने, हे सतगुरु जी ने, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई. वाही वाही जड़ी तो माने, जड़ी तो माने, वाही जड़ी तो माने, जड़ी तो माने, प्यारी जो लागे, प्यारी जो लागे, अमृत रस की भरी, गुरा तो जीने, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई. काया नगर में, काया काया नगर में घर एक बंगला बंगला ज्यां बेच गुपत धरी ज्यां बेच गुपत धरी गुरा तो जिने ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई आनी काली ने आनी काली ने सब जग खाया खाया आनी काली ने सब जग खाया सतगुरु देख डरी सतगुरु देख डरी गुरा तो जिने ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई सतवा शरणे सतवा शरणे शिव गुरु बोल्या ले परिवार तेरी ले परिवार तेरी गुरा तो जिने ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई So in the words of Linda Hess, her translation, she says, the Guru has given a root of wisdom. The true Guru has given a root of wisdom. That root is very dear to me, filled with sweet nectar. In the city of this body is a big house, and in the middle of that house is a secret. 5 male snakes, 25 female snakes got a whiff of it and fell down dead. That is in the presence of the Guru, in the presence of knowledge and wisdom, how any of these snakes couldn't survive. A fierce goddess who ate the whole world. Kali. Kali is the keeper of time. Kali is the keeper of space. A fierce goddess who ate the whole world saw the true Guru and shook with fear. Taking refuge in truth, Shivguru says, I cross over with my whole family. gyaan ki jadiya ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई.
I am unmuted. I just felt I needed to leave a bit of space and quiet. I feel like I could sit in silence for a good while longer. I feel like I've just been in a pool of water, the cleanest pool of water that's in the middle of a forest. And I've just bathed in this water and had a big drink of the water that's coming from the springs. It's just, and I started off singing and joining in. At some point, I just was like, oh, I just want to absorb it all. And I think it's wonderful that you could also tell us the poetry, a bit more about the poetry of the song, because you feel like there's so much being said that you want to understand it, that you want to unpack. And I know from just reading a little bit about you that you seem to draw a lot of inspiration, probably in your life as well, but in your music, from these ancient wise people. I'd love to say men and women, but I don't know how many women's work was, passed down. But at least these old men from olden days who talk about. I mean, you reference Kabir Kabir is referenced in on your Wikipedia page, and I had not heard this name before, so I spent some time reading up on him and reading some of the things that he had written or that are attributed to him, and this thing about wisdom and the knowledge of God and the knowledge of self and truth coming from you. And that seems to, again, you've sung a song that directly references this wisdom, this belief. And I mean, I don't know if I have a question at the end of it. It's just an observation, but maybe you could talk a little bit more to that, to the influence of these wise, elders who form such a rich part of your history, your country's history, but also a rich part of your music, the wellspring that you seem to draw on musically.
Thank you for calling it the wellspring, because sometimes that's how I feel about it, and that there is this invisible river of time and wisdom which is probably flowing under the earth but at the same time in the sky too. And these are people who have managed to kind of tap into that same source and talk about the same source in their own way, utter about it or sing about it, literate or illiterate, but to be able to find a way to express it, and that it's been there for hundreds of years. And through the oral tradition, it's been passed on, but thankfully, some people have also taken the pains to also document it. And because you said men and women, I do sing a lot of, I consciously do go and dig out a lot of women mystic poets also and sing them. And it's across these different kinds of lifestyles and cultures and practice, but this wellspring comes. So I've been lucky to be guided by that, and also to have encountered people who live in this practice of singing these songs, and and you can see how they become the songs. or they really face life with the support of these songs. So these songs, each of them are those powerhouses of a lot of knowledge, wisdom, just life lessons. And also, they every time these songs I sing or I listen to, they become like these time traveling machine or portals that suddenly immediately collapse the time space um, referencing, and then all of a sudden you belong everywhere, all of a sudden you're here and everywhere, all of a sudden you're timeless. So, and those relief kind of helps disengage from the day to day things that feel um, they trap you, they make you question, and suddenly these songs just come and immediately untangle you from that, and then you are like, ah, okay. And this particular song, every song, every time I visit it, I have something, I feel replenished, just like how you said, it's going back into that, probably that clear water in that forest and drinking. You just replenish yourself. So these songs wait to do that to you. Um, to listen to them, to vibrate with them when you're singing it, and to allow them to just course through your veins in a certain way. And this whole aspect of the guru, many a times it's in this particular guru shishya parampara, the guru disciple, or the passing of the wisdom or the knowledge, they'll say God is okay, God will always be there, you can access him, but what you cannot find in your lifetime is a guru. And if you find a guru, surrender, like give your head to that guru. But that guru is not just the man or the physical manifestation, but to find that guidance within. I think we are always both, the one who's the wise one and the one who needs guidance. So we are always our own guru and our own disciple. We are the one who knows, and we are the one who wants to know and wants to be guided. So there's always this play within us. And Pandit Kumar Gandhar, who composed this, he was a legend when it comes to the classical music. And when you hear him sing his usual classical style, he will show you innumerable possibilities of what a raga can be. He will flourish it. But whenever he comes to songs like this, there is immense silence, immense simplicity that he brings in, just to honor the word, just to honor the silence hiding behind the word, just to talk about all that formlessness, talk about the sound, the unheard, the unstruck sound, the first sound which is not a struck sound of the outside, but it's a sound that's there and you need to kind of meditate into it. And he has really paid his tribute to silence in these songs. And that's what's brilliant about these compositions, that they really encompass a lot of silence in them.
I mean, you've said so much that I kind of wish we were record. Maybe no, it is being recorded, so I want to revisit and then like send you lots of questions. Um, and I feel like I could speak to you for a long while longer than what we have, the time that we have. But there were two things that really struck me. It was, well, more than two things, to be honest, but this idea of things coming from below and above, and it permeating us. And it made me think about how, in in stating, in the statement of we are all, the guru and the eternal student, you know, in that sense of we are all divine, I think there's also in this sense of, the expansiveness and how in essence we are just like you said, we are part of this, great expansiveness, and we fall apart and we kind of ripple into this great expanse and draw from it, that the ego is not present. And just how you were speaking really struck that home, that we live in a time where ego is worshipped, where it is about the I, where the I has kind of like taken over how we operate with each other, how we view ourselves, how we treat the world, how we treat nature. And I think in your words, it really just kind of brought home to me about how these teachings are about the selflessness of the, the loss of the I within it all, within the fact that we are divine and that we are, the truth speakers and the truth seekers. And then, yeah, I've forgotten what else I wanted to say because there were other things I wanted to say. But what I was going to say was, because I know that we're also running slightly out of time. We are out of time actually, but I wanted to say that I know that you're touring the US soon,
Yes.
and I hope that you will have an opportunity to speak, as well as just sing. And oh, the other thing that I wanted to just reflect on was that what how you spoke about the silence behind, behind inside the music, the silence that begins and lives within, and the spaces that exist between the sung words. And it really kind of was a reminder to me about how busy our lives are and how we feel this pressure to always fill our space with sound, with people, with things, with doing. And actually, there's so much peace and trust in, you have to trust in the silence, and we have to remember to trust in the silence and everything that the silence holds, that it can be as rich as everything that is non-silence, that the silence is as full and as rich and as holding. And I think sometimes we can be afraid of silence. I know as a musician, I often, I lean into the noise, like the silence frightens me. And just, hearing this, that the everything is allowed to breathe in its own way, and things are accorded their own time and their own space. And it's really very beautiful. But I would like you to tell the American folks who are graced to hear you more about your upcoming tour, and I think you have something else that coming up that you'd like to share with us as well. And then maybe we could just revisit that line. We won't have time to do the whole thing, but maybe we could just have a little snippet and get a another cupful of clear water.
I'm just going to jump in for a second because that's so incredibly beautiful, Bindhu. And I, for one, am sticking around for as long as you can revisit the whole entire song. Anybody who has to go, please go ahead and drop. You can always revisit on the live stream, but we're here for the long haul. So, Bindhu, yeah, back to
Okay.
you.
Okay. Thank you, Namula, because I think, yes, like I can go on sharing so much more about this, but I think it's also like the song itself is a feast that each of us can take and eat for our own selves and relish it. You did mention about, I think we always live in beautiful time and hard time all the time. We just know of it more immediately nowadays because of how hyper connected we all are. And I keep having this image that as much as the fabric is constantly being cut and ruptured, there are a lot of people also mending it, and then it's an ongoing thing. It's just the rupture and the mending. The rupture and the mending is like ongoing. So this is one of those spaces of uh,
Tapestry.
interweaving and mending again. So we'll keep it going. That's the only work, I guess. And so I am coming to the US, and what I will be in, I'm trying to read out in Vermont. I'll be in Vermont, and on October 4th at 6:30 the doors open, and I'll be singing in Carpenter Carr's Library Community Room, which is in Heinsberg. So if anybody is there in that locality, please do come. That's what's happening. And there is a workshop on the 5th, which I'm unable to find details about, but it's happening in the same place. So in case I meet you there on the 4th, I can tell you about the workshop on the 5th. It must be happening probably before lunch, if I'm not wrong.
But I believe that they've posted your Instagram details, so we'll be able to find out more about it. For anybody who wants to find out more about it, they can find out about it on your Instagram page and stay connected that
Okay.
way as well.
Yeah, and there's much more happening, but yes, the Instagram will. I hope I remember to post it on Instagram. I'm a little Instagram shy, but yes, I'll do that. And thank you for this. And I guess let's jump back into the song.
And we all say a big, big thank you for before people have to start going. If anybody needs to go to Bindhu Malini and to Carpe Diem Arts for keeping this going and making it possible for us to meet such amazing human beings and oracles as yourself. So thank you for today, and we'll hear more.
ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, गुरा तो जिने ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, सतगुरु जी ने, हे सतगुरु जी ने ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई, ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई। वाही वाही जड़ी तो माने प्यारी जो लागे, प्यारी जो लागे, अमृत रस की भरी, गुरा तो जिने ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ ज्ञान की जड़ियाँ दई। काया ज्ञान की जड़ियां दई आनी काली ने सब जग खाया खाया सतगुरु देख डरी सतगुरु देख डरी गुरा तो जिने ज्ञान की जड़ियां दई सतवा शरणे सतवा शरणे शिव गुरु बोल्या बोल्या ले परिवार तेरी ले परिवार तेरी बुरा तो जिने ज्ञान की जड़ियां दई ज्ञान की जड़ियां ज्ञान की जड़ियां दई ज्ञान की जड़ियां दई
Thank you, Bindhu Malini, so much for nourishing us and letting us breathe and giving us space to breathe and giving us two spaces for breath and nourishment. Thank you so, so much. And I hope those of you who might be near Vermont, near, I forget the name of the place, are able to go and have the pleasure of hearing more, hearing the fullness. Thank you so much. Tomorrow on the Daily Antidote, we have coming up Catherine Wheatley, who is new to the Daily Antidote of Song. And we have Moon Clemetson on the 21st, who has hosted before and will be singing. And we have Elise from the Labour Heritage Foundation, Elise Bryant from the Labour Heritage Foundation. So a really, really wonderful week of song, of music. I just want to say thank you to you all who are on Facebook, on YouTube joining us. And I'm going to go around the room and say my farewells, but please can we all say thank you once again to Bindhu Malini, who is joining us from Bangalore in India. My name's Namvala, I'm joining in from Oxford. There's Joe, who has tirelessly carried on working to put this amazing gathering of music lovers and musicians together. So thank you, Joe, for everything that you do. Arlene in Berkeley, Sydney, Clemens, Anne back in Nashville, Pauline in Newcastle, Anna in California, Sheila in Florida, Kathy in Colorado, Caroline in DC. I definitely feel like my energy's gone, whew. This is my very relaxed voice. Susan in Cincinnati, Athena in Brooklyn, Hoda in British Columbia, Linda in Orcas Island, Kathleen in Albuquerque, Jonathan on Rhode Island, Delhi in Maryland, Marion, MA Maryland, perhaps. Fred in Silver Springs, Bob in Massachusetts. Oh, Mary in Massachusetts as well. Dorian, Ollie, Aloysius in Massachusetts. Oh, lots of Massachusetts people. Anne in Silver Spring, Storm in Massachusetts and the Zoomiverse. Caroline in DC. Oh no, sorry, we are going forward. Somehow my screen has done something weird. We are at Louise in Devon, Jamie Dundas in Victoria, Sue Miller in Seattle, Linda from Concord, Massachusetts, Julie in Ontario, Elizabeth in California, Carol in Connecticut, Kat Cox and Don Peabody. Thank you so much, all and every one of you. Go well into the rest of your days, and we shall see you soon. Thank you so much, everybody. Be well. Farewell.
Thank you so much to Namvula for great hosting and to Bindhu for an amazing song. And we actually put into the chat the details on the workshop because we had those. And also, just even if Bindhu doesn't love to Instagram, you all can stay connected to our Instagram and our Facebook community page. And we'll post anything we can learn about Bindhu's amazing trip because we're all hoping that we can find you, Bindhu, while you're here. So thank you again. Another hand for Bindhu. And another thank you to Namvula. Love to everybody. See you all tomorrow right here on the Daily Antidote of Song. Ciao, ciao.